A wave of attacks by unknown drones swept across Russia, reaching the Belgorod and Bryansk regions, Krasnodar Krai, and the Moscow region. Petersburg fighters were launched into the sky due to the aerial threat. In addition, attacks were reported in Crimea and at a military airfield in Mashalyshy, Belarus. Meanwhile, Ukrainian authorities categorically deny their involvement in the explosions behind enemy lines. Russian troops attacked the Kremenchug district of the Poltava region on the night of March. The debris of Shakids fell on an infrastructure facility and a private dacha. At present, there is no decision on the withdrawal of Ukrainian troops from Bakhmut. Such a decision may be made if there is a threat to the personnel and operational situation, said the spokesperson for the eastern grouping of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, Serhiy Chervity. The Ministry of Defense of Ukraine also reported that reinforcements have been sent to the Bakhmut direction, which remains the hottest spot on the front. The General Staff noted that Russian troops continue to put pressure on Bakhmut and other directions. According to the New York Times, the 3-week February siege of Ugledar by Russian forces was the largest tank battle of the war and turned into a painful setback for Russia. Ukrainian military forces used ambushes to attack Russian armored columns and worked with various weapon systems, including American Javelin anti-tank missile systems, howitzers, French Kaiser self-propelled guns, and HIMARS missile systems. The Russians lost at least tanks and armored personnel carriers. The Russian offensive in the Severovo-Crimea region is likely unsuccessful, according to the latest report from the American Institute for the Study of War. Russian forces are conducting limited ground attacks but have not achieved significant gains in the Crimea area. Analysts point to a lack of reserves for Russian troops to increase the scale or intensity of the offensive in the Luhansk region. A year after the destruction of the Mriya aircraft, designers from the state-owned enterprise Antonov declassified information that the rebuilt aircraft will become even more record-breaking. The new and will be created based on the unfinished twin brother of Mriya. The chief designer of the state-owned enterprise Antonov, Vladislav Vlasic, reported that specialists are searching for surviving parts and elements of the structure to use them in the new aircraft. Some American experts are convinced that the coronavirus has a laboratory origin. The COVID pandemic was likely caused by a virus leak from a laboratory in the Chinese city of Wuhan. FBI Director Christopher Wray made this statement, saying that Chinese authorities are doing everything possible to hinder and confuse the investigation into the causes of the epidemic. After months of delay, the Hungarian parliament has finally begun to consider ratifying Finland's and Sweden's applications to join NATO. The country's president, Katalin Novak, supports their entry into the alliance and hopes that the Hungarian parliament will make a wise decision as soon as possible. Recall that Hungary and Turkey are the last two NATO countries that have not yet supported the applications for Scandinavia's entry into the alliance.